Okay, so here we go, river crossing, another scenario that I know has been talked about on the forum, that it can be difficult. The key is in the victory conditions, and we're just going to start the battles and have a look at them. So we're going to advance and look at the points. So we're, need to cross here and attack, but not there. Here is the weak spot. This is across water, up steep hills, no cover, and that's just suicide up there. So the key point is there. And gonna scout ahead. Sure. The victory conditions are here. So either you hold all of them, or you hold one and inflict 5% more casualties than the enemy. So that's the goal. We're gonna take one and do some damage. And this is my entire army. So the reason Walton doesn't have 2,000 men is because he's having some more expensive rifles, and I couldn't afford to give him more. I instead choose to use all of my men and make these brigades here. So that's what I did. And since we're going for the right point, we'll move more troops down here. The cannons are going to be used to just guard the rear, basically. We're going to move them up here. And I have 3 cannons, actually. It's a bit more than I needed, but it's okay. So we'll use these forces here to guard up here. Cannon, and cannon, and then just one big. Gonna do this actually. Okay, we can't. So move all these forces this way, and the goal is to make a giant pincer movement on the Confederates holding the point down here. Move the cannon, or not the cannon, the general with them here. I think maybe we only need 1 brigade here to hold it. I think so. Should be okay. Gonna move Porter sort of down here as another rear guard. And let's see what the AI is up to up here. Sometimes you can move up here and bombard him, but don't want to move into brigades here. We'll use the vantage points to see what he's doing. Okay, you can see troops coming up the hill, so we're gonna stop here and just make sure we cover the cannons with this brigade, and do some of the 5% extra damage to this brigade here. The scales needs to stay back though. Yeah, and just fire, and fire. I'm gonna keep Porter here for now, just to make sure we don't lose scales in the process. That would be unfortunate and unnecessary. I need to move Franklin as well. This is like one long flanking maneuver. Just need to focus as many brigades as we can. I'm gonna do like a circle here, semicircle. The bombardment has started. Maybe the AI will be forced back. And technically we could go for the draw now actually, since we did more damage, but I want the career points and the victory, so. I'm not going to resupply these cannons up here. It's not really worth it to just have them blast away. We are going to move them a bit closer up here so we can shoot at the vantage point here and just keep the AI pinned down. Let's see this line. This actually worked quite well, drawing a line with your right click mouse. Just want to make sure the AI doesn't come this way. Interrupts my grand attack. You can see here, if you go this way, you face the Stonewall Brigade, cannons, and oh my god, yeah, just don't go that way. Okay, I will reply to messages later. Sorry, Prozac. fall back the cannons here. Don't want them at risk. The AI is making a small move on them. And this, I mean, I realize this takes a while, but this is another trick of the game, I guess, to take your time and get into position properly. I mean, I could rush at it and waste a lot of men trying to get the point, but it might be heavily fortified, and there's probably a rather large AI brigade guarding it. I want to clear the flanks of skirmishers too. We're using the heights here and the cannons to just do some damage, and this is what would happen if I tried crossing this way. Get massive cannon damage and virtually no damage done in return. Skirmishers need to be dealt with though. So our line is finally moving into position. Gonna get it even closer now. And Loomis is just gonna take the icing of the cake. I don't want to risk him too much. It's expensive now already at 2 stars, and I don't have any career points in training. Okay, so a rather large 2-star brigade is here. So advance through the woods first, draw the fire, not on Loomis, fall back, and if I could just clear these skirmishers out of the way, I would be so happy. So this is where the overwhelming numbers are going to come in. We're going to move up, and then we'll guard the rear here with Walton. And if you didn't have troops here, the AI would swing, pretty sure it would anyway, swing troops this way. It could anyway. Always guard against what the worst thing the enemy can do to you is. If you think the AI, or the enemy if you will, in battle can do something to destroy you, they will try to do it. It's always better to be on your toes. Okay, so leading up to a massive charge. We're losing a bit of men here, sacrificing some of Branch's troops, not really doing any damage in return. Just getting closer to the point. He's really heavily fortified up there. But I think if we charge, I want to clear the skirmishers too. Yeah, there we go. And charge. You can select the group of brigades and then charge. And now I got my flanks exposed here. Make sure the general stays in support. Some of mine might rout, but now I have 10,000 men converging on 2. So yeah, there we go. So this is a rather painless way of getting through this otherwise deadly scenario if you try climbing this hill over here. Always scout your territory, choose the path of least resistance, and yeah, I can't even see the AI brigade anymore in here. He's somewhere probably being killed, hopefully being killed anyway. Can occupy the point now actually. Gain the bonus from it. See if we can have Loomis just shoot. And now I'm gonna flip this guy here just to guard against if the AI decides to counterattack. I don't think he will, but he might. Still has some rather good quality troops here. Okay, so Taylor has lost about 600 men, and we're still on the 5% more damage done. So this is the victory conditions of this engagement here. I'm gonna just save my supplies. If you don't use these supplies, you get them for the next battle. You don't repay them every time. So if you can, then save them. Okay, so Taylor is pretty much dead meat, I hope, for now. We're going to just have 2 brigades move out to guard against him, and Burr can move up there. And now we have a strong position here, much stronger than the one the AI had. And not wasting Loomis on skirmishers, even though he's pretty much fresh still. If you want to, now you can actually make a swing at your army and go this way around. It works. You'll lose more men in the process, and there's no need for it in order to win the battle. And my cannons over here are pounding them. They've done about 1,000 kills for now. So it can be useful to have some batteries here. They all have about, I think, 10 guns and then 15 guns, 10 guns. I think because these guns were free, I captured them in an early battle. I thought I'd use them. But I always go for the efficiency. You don't want, like, if you have more guns than your officer can handle, your guns will not be very efficient. And you get less bang for your buck, basically. And kind of retreat would slightly here. I don't want to lose my artillerymen. Okay, I think now it's time to speed it up and just get it over. The bug with supply wagons doing this will probably be fixed. It's occurred before on the early access, and it was fixed in the next patch, and hopefully the next patch will fix it too. Yeah, okay, so you see what happens if you try crossing the river here at the point blank range and with artillery support. It's just, yeah, it's deadly. It might look like a weak point, but it's has what, 25 cannons, no, 35 cannons, and 2,000 men just ready to blast away. So yeah, once again, not this way. Can even flank him here if he gets to be too much trouble. Full croissant. I never heard of full croissant, but he might be just a invented general of the game. Okay, now we're basically just waiting for the game to end. The AI is not that much of a threat anymore. We took care of. I'm not sure even where he went. The other guy, Taylor, down here. Maybe to attack the rear. Not sure. I quite like this that you can't see that far. You need either scouts or try to guess sort of where the enemy is. Okay, once again, trying to cross the river here, charging and cannon fire, flanking shots now. Yeah, that's not healthy. Okay, so he actually came up in the rear. Yeah, okay. Well done. It's even some of my... Yeah, I haven't put too many veterans in him, actually. It's a bit expensive without training, but I prefer the extra recruits and money you get from politics rather than training, so I'm mostly going for Loomis to be my elite brigade. If we can get some free kills on this brigade out here. Not sure exactly where he's going. These guys are out of ammo, but luckily the battle is almost over. But you can see maybe here like how you can go this way around and come up from the rear. It's much better ground this way. Okay, and we'll finish the fight. So not many lost, plenty killed, mostly by cannon fire actually. I see cannon fire here being on top, promoted generals, and a few weapons captured. Okay, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next battle.